Hello everyone, welcome to the very first podcast, the first of many more to come. Before we start this podcast, I would like to give a brief introduction as to why and what this podcast series is. So when this opportunity of being the SLP chair of this wonderful chapter landed on my lap, I thought to myself that what is it that I want to give back to the chapter and what flavor do I want to bring to the table? And the answer was almost immediate, that it was to provide an opportunity and a platform for us to connect and know each other beyond our names and birthdays. So hence this idea of podcast was born. And what better way to start this conversation, this podcast series, than have a conversation with our own self. So being me, an identity beyond mother and wife. So we play a lot of roles. We are daughters, we are sisters, we are mothers, we are wives, and we play these roles beautifully. Amidst all this juggle, we tend to forget who we are as an individual, and consequentially, we let the other person also forget our identity. So, Kanika, can we start this conversation with you?
Yeah, sure, Ruju. First of all, let me tell you, it's not an easy topic to reveal myself to everybody and to share what authentically I think I am in my mind. So I am all that you said, and but then I was a very nice person, a people pleaser, big time. And that came from my childhood. I delved into a program, a self-help program called Landmark Education. And that took me back to my childhood. And when I'm sitting with my dadi, and she told me, your mother is so caring and kind and everything, but she's very straightforward. That's what get her to kind of, not be so liked by everybody. You know how sometimes adults talk and they don't realize what an impression they're making on child's mind. And from there, I took on being a nice person. And now as I grew along in my life, till about my middle age, I realized that whatever I have to do, I had to be nice. Even if there was something that was coming across as something that was not going down well with my soul or with my heart, but I wouldn't say anything against it because I had to be a nice person in my brain. So now from there, being nice to being me is the journey that I'm going to explore with all of you beautiful women here. So that is me now.
Vasundhara, what about you?
So that's something very interesting. So besides being a dutiful wife, a hands-on mom, and a family bloom, this was how we basically introduce ourselves. But now, proudly, I introduce myself as my husband's business partner with his new venture in Tarakia. So I've recently joined him as the director of our firm. So it gives me a proud feeling. Now my kids know me as a proud entrepreneur. People know me for my honesty, for my hardworking and my positiveness. I am an avid learner. At every and any point of time and age, I am ready to learn, curious to know about what is going around me. I love admiring people. I love learning from everybody around me. Can also sum up like sitting here in the group, I admire everyone. I learn from everyone.
And Shilpa, can we know you now better?
So when I came across this topic, it was quite interesting for me because for a very long time, I was questioning myself, who am I beyond being a mother and a wife? And my journey had all these years revolved around being around my family, which I actually do it beautifully. But then I lost touch with myself in all these years, and I'm carving out time to rediscover myself, what was my passion earlier, what I wanted to achieve in life. And now I think so this is the time when I've started doing and looking after myself. I'm a good dancer, do I love workouts, to all of those things. And yes, so I'm rediscovering myself and getting into my journey again.
So I'm so glad you chose this topic and we'll help you find who you are. Thank you. Yes, thank you Shilpa for sharing. So Samta, can we know a little more about you and your journey?
Okay, Ruju, very good question and a very good topic to delve into. So, when the topic came to us, and yeah, it gave us an opportunity to understand what we actually are. And when I delved into the topic, I realized I was a disciplinarian, a perfectionist, which I have now evolved, become a little more liberal towards that one. And these days, I am like maybe one day I just want to be a dancer. One day I'm a chef. one day I'm a leader. The other day, you can call me a wanderer, daydreamer. Some days I'm empowered, some days I'm lazy. So, together, if you ask me, now I know that, of course, these together form what I am today.
So beautifully said, Samta. And there was one particular word which I really liked that you said, evolved. It tells us that this is a journey. We are all a work in progress, and there's no destination. Like there's no that I am me, so I am this only. I might be something else, and I will be something else. It gives us hope to move on. It gives us a second chance. It gives us plenty of opportunity to become who we desire.
So, if I may add to what Kanika said, she was a pleaser. I think, and being very nice to everyone, I think we are so inherently brought up like that we come, in the beginning, we are very like a people's pleaser, but then you know it's not working your way, and then you start understanding what you want to be actually. And you tap inside to figure out what makes you happy and what exactly you are made of.
Absolutely.
And
So if I may add to what she
Exactly.
said, for being you for me is a journey from being nice to being unapologetically me.
So well said.
Yeah,
And
but having said that, it doesn't mean I'm just going to be very, careless and frivolous and whatever, not thoughtful about it. Because my innate nature is that I'm kind, I'm caring, I'm courageous, I'm strong, I'm powerful. Who told me that? Thanks to Ruju. All the people in my life told me that. So it will come from there. But now I'm going to be all those things to myself first. Is what I've taken on.
Begins with being kind to yourself.
Absolutely.
And pleasing yourself first.
And you also take cues from other people when people tell you that, oh, you have done this very powerfully, or your role as a leader was very commendable. You start to put those marks on your identity also, your personality also, that, oh, okay, I can be a leader, I can be powerful, one day I can be a dancer. So I think together it is.
I think so. Perspective from each person is like a mosaic which keeps on adding to a personality.
Very true.
Yeah.
If you ask me who am I, then adding on to this, I will say that I am a perceptive and I am on the spiritual path. Through spirituality, I'm seeking and rediscovering each day. And that is what we all are doing. It is not a one-day process that who you are. Every day you are a new person and every day you rediscover yourself. And that is what I'm doing at this point, at this age. I'm rediscovering me and myself. Who am I and what is my passion? And what I was doing in my past, I'm learning from those.
Absolutely.
And we should do that.
So I've got goose
Yes.
pimples actually. She's saying that. It's so
So
beautifully
I think
put.
same
Yes,
tagline
absolutely.
applies for all of us. Like we are not the finished product,
Yes.
but we are work in progress.
Yes.
Yes, it's so well
And the
put,
beauty of
Nishi. Thank
life,
you for
yeah.
sharing your views. Harshita, coming to you.
Yes, already all the lovely ladies have already, jot down the basic points and the important points in the life that yes, we have been going through a phase of our life that it been a roller coaster for everyone to know themselves. But in some corner, there's a child in us where we want to explore, where we want to see that, who we actually are. And in that, the list is so long that it doesn't end. But just to compile the whole thing, I would just say I am thoughtful, I am curious, and I'm reflective.
Thank you, Harshita. Thank you so much for sharing. And I think we can conclude and come to a similar consensus on this first segment at least, that we are all a work in progress. We are all evolving and we are pleasing ourselves first before pleasing the world. Now that we have the ball rolling, let's talk about perceptions, right? So we live in a society, and whether we like it or hate it, I know we all secretly hate it, that we are constantly being judged. And let's be fair, we judge others too. We, if not judged, okay, let me be kind and say we observe others too, right? And for this segment, I'd given you all a little activity to find out from the one person who is so close to you to give a insight about yourself, to ask that person, to ask your spouse, ask your daughter, ask your friend what they think about you. And Harshita, we would like to know first from you, that what is it?
So, if you talk about my parents, my spouse, or my kids, they have a perception that I am a perfectionist. I manage my skills, my work, and dedication, and do it very thoroughly. But when it comes to friends and close friends, they have a very they feel that I am a very cozy place for them where they can share or they can lend their ears, and I'm actually a good listener to them. So then that makes them a comfort place, that gives them a comfort place, and the reliability, the trust that I build on friends, that this makes me feel comfortable. मैं उनके लिए वो जगह हूँ जहाँ पर मैं अपनी I can put that place in their heart कि हाँ मैंने वो जगह बनाई है उनके दिल में. So that's what I feel, that I am simple, I am loving. So this makes me a simple person.
So Samta, would you can you please share with us what is it that your daughter or your husband thinks about you? What did you find out?
I would go with the family members' perspective, where they find me as a counselor to them.
So Bhabhi, you said you're a counselor, and do you think that this is something you agree with? Do you think you provide good advice, and is this an image of yourself which you are comfortable that they are perceiving about you?
Okay, so if I'm comfortable or not, of course, it gives me a sense of responsibility when they come to me, asking or discussing their problems. So, and if I can give them that kind of piece of advice, and if they are coming to me again and again and again, so I think I'm doing a good job, and which I could happily do it if asked for it anytime. Because if relieving somebody or helping them reframe this mindset or bring some kind of solace in their life, it's good. I think I'm happy. I don't see any negative side to it. And it's nice. And also I learn a lot when they ask me about, or they come with those kind of problems. I already have a set of do not do in
All
your
mothers
life.
do, right? Like,
Yeah.
I think no should be tattooed.
Yeah. So I already know that this kind of situation can cause some kind of a problem, if I might put the
Right,
word. So I'm happily doing counseling.
So your
If
perception, your perception
I think
and
I
your
like
image
it.
is
I
you're
like
happy.
it. If it works for other people, of course it's working for me also.
So sweet.
Yeah.
Nice. Good to know. Shilpa,
Yeah.
what do you think? Who did you ask? And what
so
did they say?
if I come to my kids, they think that I'm the anchor of their life. And
Oh.
if you say about my husband, then he would take me as the emotional core of the family.
Oh wow.
Yes. So, but if you meet an old friend of mine, then they might be having some different perspective about me. They might be thinking I'm intense or maybe soft, kind-hearted. But I think so. These all are just different notions, you get from different
they're
people.
assumptions, right?
Assumptions,
Yeah.
absolutely. And
Yeah.
with time, you evolve, you change, and every day, different people add something to your personality.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So it's just a takeaway, but at the end, you have to be yourself and just look what you actually are and what you
I'm
want.
so glad that it's all the positive things that they're saying. I think my children are the only ones who are saying bad things about me. Oh, what?
So
Even that's shaping you. Even that's shaping you.
Yeah, it is. I'm constantly second guessing
I think
myself.
so. The criticism also shapes you.
Absolutely. I think it's equally important
Yeah, and
as
your
much as
kids are your
validation
best
is.
critics.
Yes.
So I think so that would
even-
Yeah, but they could take example from yours, I think.
No, but then the best thing is that whatever is something, we say it negative, but let's take it as a feedback. Like I was told by my son that I'm an overthinker. He said you're a loving, caring, kind mother. He said you're an overthinker, and that's a personality perspective that I don't like about myself, because people will say what they will say, right? But it's what's important is what I think about myself and what I say to myself about myself. So it's not like always taking that perspective, always in a dark light.
No,
Let's
absolutely.
make a
And with kids, I think they are brutally honest and
Yeah.
with a good intention
Let's
at heart.
encourage that.
Yeah, absolutely. No, absolutely.
Do you
but
want
it's
them to be a
just-
nice person like me?
Yeah,
No.
yeah.
So,
No, I don't like being
Seriously.
nice.
like my daughter calls me Pataka, my elder daughter. Why
See?
she's watching me and seeing my energetic side, and my younger daughter calls me Moody.
See?
She must be seeing my ups and downs. And
Which is-
for me, if you say ki what is the other people's perception about you, so I would say कि I have reached to this level of my life that where I दूसरों के चश्मे से मुझे खुद को नहीं देखना है. मैं खुद के चश्मे से मैं खुद को देखना चाहती हूँ.
Absolutely, so beautifully
So
done.
this is all about me कि अब हमें दूसरों के जजमेंट्स, दूसरों के पॉइंट ऑफ व्यूज, दूसरों के परसेप्शंस उतना मैटर नहीं करना चाहिए. हमें उनसे ऊपर उठ जाना चाहिए. And that is what I'm in this process.
Absolutely.
And I'm trying to do that.
I'm with her on the same page.
And it's so important because
Absolutely,
we
so
realize, I
beautifully
just
said.
realized that we are actually a role model to our kids. And it's for daughters exactly.
Yeah.
And the things that they pick on, small things without us
Knowing-
trying to do that.
Yeah.
And actually, you know, when we try to portray a perfect parent's image to our children, we kind of jeopardize their future.
Exactly,
Because
yeah.
then, whenever something dark or negative
Yeah.
comes out from them, they think they're wrong. And they can't come to us because we are this perfect image of a perfect parent whom they cannot approach.
Yes.
So, why be that?
Yeah.
So I will pause you on this because this is a topic for my next podcast and we are not going to discuss this.
And it's a flow of events. So let it roll.
Absolutely. But we will pause this thought right here and we'll ask Vasundhara what her people think about her.
My people, so my closest of my list goes is my daughter and my sister. So for one, I am a mother, and for other, I am a daughter figure. So they both admire me for being the most independent female in their life. They are happy to see that I am the reason of my family being happy because of me. This is something they admire me for, and they appreciate me for how I balance the situations. And yes, and if you go outside your inner circle, so I think even there also I'm a very easy breezy person. I don't carry that extra baggage on myself कि ये क्या सोचेगा वो क्या सोचेगा. I think we've somehow gradually crossed all those things in our lives now. Yeah, we've actually passed.
So today on
No
the panel, I
judgmental.
think we have crossed that.
It was an intentional panel.
Yeah.
Let's put it that.
So
And
now
to-
we actually are delving inside and seeing
Yes,
what we are.
So this is for these others who aren't a part of this podcast. So I want them to feel that we start off whenever at least I'm talking from my personal experience. When I step out, I have this constant nagging voice. Will I be judged? Am I dressed up proper? What is this person thinking about me? And there are a lot of negative emotions that come out with the word perception. And when I started this segment also, I started off saying that we are judged by people. Oh, you were so rude. Oh, you were so tipsy that night. Oh, you were so this. And it affects us. However, if we ask us that the people that truly matter to us, the people that truly shape us and we shape their lives, they have such good things to say about us. And we are affecting their lives at every second without knowing. So this exercise I think was helpful for us also, for me, and hopefully for our viewers as well, that let's just care about the people who we love and who we are shaping silently rather than outside world. Let's cut off the noise and let's focus on the validation that we are getting from our loved ones, and let's pat ourselves on the back for this.
Actually, in life, we hold the mirror so close to ourselves that we just see the fragments, the broken pieces of us. Yes. Yeah. So if Samta Bhabhi knows me, she would just see the success journey of mine. But if, for example, I go to Kanika, she knows my.
I know the journey from
she knows my sad to success story.
Yeah,
So it all
from
depends how.
from the bud to
people
the
reflect.
flower. I know
Yes.
that story. If I may say.
So thank you ladies for sharing this. So for our third segment, let's address this little elephant in the room. I asked you all, find out objects that you relate with, that when you see that object, it sparks some sort of yourself, a view about you in that object. And here, I'll be honest, I have a little story of mine to share, that when I was on a journey of self-discovery and how I realized what I am and what makes me me. So this is, I have a very vivid memory of this particular incident. I was about 13-14 years of age, and I remember having a very, very important exam the next day, and I was nervous that I'm not prepared, I couldn't focus, and I just decided let's keep the books aside. I went into my room and I pulled out my entire closet and made it empty, and I started reorganizing. Now, mind you, before that, I had never picked up a pencil. Like, I'll study and I'll move out, and of course, mom is there to pick up after me, right? So here, this is the first time I started organizing, and I did not like what my mom was doing, so I organized everything in a rainbow fashion. And by the end of it, I felt so much calm, I felt so happy, and I have such a strong memory of that feeling that I have always, everything around me has since then been in a rainbow order. Oh my God. The books, it can be a history and a geography and probably a poli-science book. It doesn't matter. If it is in rainbow order, that's the order it goes in. Subjects don't matter. It's the color that matters.
That's so wonderful.
And just to conclude this, so my daughter also, because of the way I have organized her toys and books, she also now just knows how to organize things with a rainbow fashion. So hence this rainbow is me and I am this rainbow. So hence this activity, and I would like to know if there's any such object that you all have and we all would like to share. So Vasundhara, if you can go with yours.
Anybody who knows me my love and passion for baking and collecting bakery products from all over the world. This is my passion of collecting all these items. Thank you so much. So baking my handmade cake and taking it to the party, that gives me immense happiness, and I feel it shows me in my cake that how a birthday cake is important for a child. Maybe I want everyone.
Yeah,
So I feel like giving the same happiness to everyone. This is my form.
I can now see where everyone says, how you are thoughtful and how you think about them. I can see.
Yeah, so this is my meditation, this is my therapy, this is my means of making others happy. This is me.
So sweet,
Wow.
Vasundhara. Thank
Thank
How
you.
many cakes do you bake in a month?
Oh, that is endless, Bhabhi. I'm angry, I bake. I'm happy, I bake.
Oh, wow.
Good times, I bake. Sad times, I bake. So that is endless.
It's good to be in Vasundhara's house.
House, yeah.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Shilpa, would you like to go next?
It's okay. I have got this cute elephant with a plant, and this resonates my personality, how I am. This reflects like I'm silent yet strong, and I thrive in the right environment, and surrounded by negativity, I wither. So this is how I am, as the plant is rooted, yet it grows towards the sunlight, and so am I. So I would just like to say, just like this elephant in the room, hard to miss, my presence and ready to be talked about.
Wow. We love the style, Shilpa.
This is how I am.
So beautifully put.
Thank you.
And so rightly said. I think having a correct environment around us. Oftentimes, we put the blame on ourselves. What did I do wrong? Where did I go wrong? How could I change myself? But sometimes it's important that the environment also needs to change. And as you rightly put, that in the correct environment, the plant thrives. It grows towards sunlight.
Absolutely.
So thank you for bringing this point up.
Thank you so much.
And Kanika, now you're smiling. I wish to know why. What's the reason?
I loved my friend's very beautiful thoughts on the plan, so that made me smile actually.
Okay, so now let us see what you have to say.
So, Ruju, as your topic of being me was there. So
Oh,
now
wow.
that I have, this is my object, which is
Okay.
the star.
Oh.
So what I have realized that I am the star of my universe, and my purpose in life is to connect with my light within, so that I can glow like the star that I am, and be the rock star of my life, and be the rock star of everybody who's in touch with me, who's a part of my life.
Just like a star shining light upon us. Thank you. Samta, would you share with us what have you gotten?
Okay, so people know me as sensitive, very, very sensitive, and I can cry at a drop of a hat. Like, my only emotion is crying. If I'm angry, I cry. If I'm happy, I cry. If I'm overjoyed, I cry. So for every damn thing, I cry. So yeah, I would like to snug on, and so anytime I cry, maybe this is the thing. I just want to wrap myself in a warm blanket, or if somebody comes to me for solace, yeah. So I would hug them as a warm blanket. Security blanket.
Comfort.
Yes. Yeah, so this is me.
So different, and I didn't know this about you, that you don't come across as that.
Exactly. We were even I'm like that actually.
See, we all are same.
I have a very interesting object. I don't know why. When I looked at this object, it really implies, it talks about me, because lantern is one thing which gives warmth when you put it on, and I am a kind of a person, I give warmth. It gives light, which is a kind of hope and guidance in a way where I can deliver it to my near and dear friends and people. And it is strong and delicate, which I feel I am. So, in both ways, so this resonates me a lot. And because this old lantern has been, creatively made by me, I have done all the intrigue work on it. So this is very special to me as well. Wow. So, this is me, what I feel. Yeah.
So interesting.
Thank you.
And it's I genuinely like the old time, the way things
Actually,
they were
they
designed
were.
back then. Like I like
This was a very
as
simple
opposed to
one.
the aesthetic, like
How she is elegant and everything.
the charm being
the
the
charm
keyword.
that she has, she carries around.
Thank you, Harshita. Thank you for sharing
Thank you,
this with
thank
us.
you.
And lastly, Nishi, please tell us, what are you?
Water defines me. Pani.
It's funny.
Yeah. So I'm gentle, fluid, adaptable like water. Like water, I have my ups and downs, I have my thoughts, my emotions, and I go with the flow. I am energetic, I'm fluid, and I like to flow and make my own path like water. That is what I am.
Water is life also.
It's however
Yeah.
contradictory to your daughter's statement about
No, but she's the current that water is, no, actually.
Yes, I'm the current.
See?
Very good, very good. Yes, ma'am. Sapta, you were saying. Thank you, ladies, for sharing your objects with us. And let's move on to the next segment now. This was so interesting, right? Talking about all the inanimate objects, and it's so strange that we find ourselves in the most random things that come across in our lives. And speaking of inanimate objects, who here is the latest victim of Mr. ChatGPT? All of us, right? I mean, what a wave! And it's a weapon, I feel, and if wielded well, I think it can give us wonderful results. And so for this segment, for this podcast, I did this fun little thing on your behalf. I asked you all to give me your photos, a grid of your Instagram, a snapshot of your Instagram, and I fed it to Mr. ChatGPT. And he gave us some answers. So let's see what these answers are, and let's see if Mr. ChatGPT was on point. We can begin with Nishi on this. Please tell us what Mr. ChatGPT tells us.
I'm touched what ChatGPT has written about me. I'll read it. There is genuine affection in her couple photo, laughter, chemistry, and strong partnership. She balances fun and devotion well, heart-led but practical.
Right?
Very well. Yeah.
So it's strange, like the tiny nuances that this AI giant picks up, and we don't know if this
So
is
it
what
has
they're putting
written
out.
romantic and grounded.
Which
That
you
is
are.
what
Is it
I
true?
am, yeah.
See, we don't know that this is the energy we are
Yes.
putting out, and a computer is picking this up, right?
Amazing.
Harshita, would you like to tell what
Yes, this is such a nice thing, absolutely when you go through it and you feel that, that smile is always on your face, and
Yeah.
what the ChatGPT has just written is that she's someone who is interwoven with her role as a nurturer, yet she doesn't loses herself in it, and her presence is very distinct. This is absolutely me.
spot on, and
Absolutely.
it perfectly encapsulates the whole conversation
True,
we just had.
absolutely. It is a whole
Right?
summary over here. It is beautifully done. It is indeed a beautiful line.
You can read the rest of it back home.
Absolutely, I will keep it. Thank you.
Kanika, come on, tell us.
I am somebody who is like anti-ChatGPT, but this is like
It's impressed you,
making
huh?
me fall in love with it. So there's a point here which says playful and wise. There's a sense of humor in her smile, a glint of mischief, and a whole lot of life experience behind her eyes. She probably gives the best advice, equal parts honest, loving, and empowering.
You've gotten like a certification.
I think
Next time
ChatGPT.
someone doesn't listen to you, tell Steve, listen to Mr. ChatGPT.
It's amazing. Thank you, Ruju. It's
You're
beautiful.
most welcome. You're most welcome. Vasundhara, tell us.
Yes, so let's see. ChatGPT has up for me. So she's global in exposure, yet rooted in Indian traditions. The balance between personal wellness, social circles, professional presence, and cultural identity stands out. Fashion forward, yet effortless.
Oh, wow.
Yes, of course. All thanks to you and ChatGPT.
No, I did nothing. I probably trained my ChatGPT because I'm like, I think more than my husband or my kids, I'm talking to ChatGPT these days.
Personal ChatGPT that you have, I think you told them to give good review about everybody.
No, that I did not. That I did not. But I will talk about what it said about me also sometime. Please tell us.
So I'm actually blown by the way they have put it, summarized me in
Right.
like few words, and yet the whole of me. So it says Samta comes across as a bold communicator and a community builder. Tells the story of a woman who's confident in her voice, purposeful in her presence, and deeply connected to people, ideas, and aesthetics. So they are nice, lovely, like I think it's everything, and
Everything is
deeply
just
connected
summed
to
up.
people also
Yeah.
is the line I'm actually banking on. Like I really like here. So how does
right?
the ChatGPT know
Exactly.
this?
Right?
So it's
And we
wonderful.
post on Instagram not knowing. I know I like a picture of myself and I post
Yes,
it. We don't
yes.
put that much thought about it.
Or we just document some life event, so we
Random
just
event.
put there.
Yeah, and just look at it. It's I'm speechless.
This is I'm blown by this.
So Shilpa, you tell us.
So ChatGPT has portrayed me in a very well way, I would say. It says Shilpa radiates a sense of quiet strength, curiosity, and layered identity. She seems like someone who lives deeply, celebrating beauty in everyday things, expressing herself with poise, and exploring both the intellectual and the playful sides of life. This is so true, and this is so me. Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
Even for knows you very well.
Yes, absolutely.
And this was my ChatGPT, so it's not like it knows any one of y'all. Hence, I did not ask y'all to get it because it's so true. It's the technology is on a different level, like mind blown. No, just imagine explaining this. I was thinking about it. Imagine explaining this to your grandmother. Can you just to see how the technology has evolved? We have grown up Googling, like Google was the thing for us, and now this has come. I don't know what future.
My son did palmistry. I was amazed. It's quite bang on. He did
Yeah.
palmistry on me. He's like, Mom, show me your hand.
So I actually was thinking the day we are not in our true self and we need a
Mr.
boost.
ChatGPT.
Yeah, just go through ChatGPT. Tell us something good about us.
The best friend for everybody.
Yeah,
like
tell
in
us
future.
something good about us, and we have all good words for us.
Bicentennial man like picture.
I am curious, does they have something negative also to say?
I think we could ask. I mean, it could be a prompt. It
Let's
could be an
not-
exercise.
let's not, I think,
and
feed that
even
to the AI.
even for our friends who are not here who will watch this video, you all can do the same. You all can screenshot your grid and ask Mr. ChatGPT and see what and feel good about yourself.
Miss Chat, I'll talk to Miss ChatGPT.
Yes, Miss. It's Miss
Miss
for you.
Chat-
All right.
I
If
will
she's
try.
correct, it has to be
More
Miss.
analytical actually.
Yes.
So
So now heading into a final segment, after the very artificial intelligence topic, we'll go to a little more emotional topic, wherein I am going to hand over this mirror to you all. I want you all to look in it, find the 15-year-old self in this, and tell me what you see. What do you see in her? What she sees in you? What is it that you want to tell her? What is it that she wants to remind you? And share with us your experience. That how do you feel about it? So Kanika, tell us what younger Kanika has to offer us.
So Kanika is the same when it comes to her smile. What has changed is the experience in her eyes. And the younger Kanika is asking me that if I say no, my friends may not like me. If I say no, my parents may not approve. If I say yes, my brother may get upset. But I would tell her, It's okay, dear. The best and most important thing is for you, Kanika, to like yourself and to be comfortable with your own self. And now the younger Kanika is saying, oh, thank you. Are you going to be there for me? Have my back? Yes, baby. Don't depend on anybody. I would tell her, depend on me, depend on you. Let's depend on us.
So beautiful. So well put, Kanika.
Thank you so much.
Such words of wisdom.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. Who would you like to pass on? You only decide. Come on.
Okay, I think to the Pataka.
What's Mini
Okay.
Pataka telling us now?
Yeah. So if I look back 15 years down the line to my younger self, Nishi, so what am I looking at? I'm looking at a very energetic, very enthusiastic, and a hopeful person. But at the same time, Nishi is very confused, very anxious, and who used to get upset with all the small things. किसी ने कुछ बोल दिया तो उसकी बातें मेरे को चुभती रहती थी, दिन भर दिमाग में वो बातें लेकर बैठे रहना. But if I see myself now in the mirror, I'm looking at a better version of me, a very confident, a very calm person. And I'm giving my 15-year-old version this advice that life में जो कुछ भी होता है, whatever happens, it happens for good reasons. And I'm very grateful कि whatever has happened with me, I have learned a lesson. And at the same time, I would advise my younger version forgiveness and gratitude. This is what I have learned all these years. सबसे पहले तो खुद को माफ़ करो, फिर दूसरों को माफ़ करो. और भगवान ने इतनी नेमतें दी हैं, उसके लिए शुक्रिया करो हर पल. That is all about me. And I'm so thankful, so thankful to universe कि आज मैं अपने आप को खुद को अपनी इस आईने में देखती हूँ तो मैं देखती हूँ कि मैं बहुत शुक्रगुजार हूँ उस रब का जिसने मुझे अपनी लाइफ में इतनी नेमतें दी हैं और मैं आज इस मुकाम पर खड़ी हूँ.
So beautifully said, Nishi, and such an important point here that it is so important we forgive ourselves.
Yes. First we should forgive
we
ourselves.
often forget,
Yes.
and this is what the purpose is of discovering ourselves, of forgiving ourselves. And it's okay. We are humans, we make mistakes too.
Yes.
And I wish our 15-year-olds could understand this, and I wish our daughters understand
Yeah,
this.
that's what we have to teach our daughters.
And the second point is also, I think,
Yeah.
very relevant. After forgiveness, gratitude.
Gratitude.
वो अपने आप ही आएगा.
Yes. Now I pass on this to Harshita.
Thank you so much, Nishi. Oh, thank you. This is me, what I'm looking at. And I would say chairs and coffee. You know, sometimes it always reflects me that a lot of mistakes I must have done in the past. But you know, when I am the place where I am right now, I would like to guide myself in the way like, okay, believe in yourself. You are beautiful in and out, and trust in the Almighty because He is going to guide you in every difficult path in your life. Just like the lantern, which has reflected me, that it emits light, it gives the warmth. So you are supposed to do that in your life and give the guidance to the people around. And give a smile, keep a smile, be loyal, just be honest to yourself, you know. So the path is always there. And the most important thing, the name Harshita, which reflects name happiness. So it means that be happy, so give happiness to everyone. This is what me is, and I'm going to guide it to my younger one.
Absolutely. Well said. Cheers. Thank you. Yes, it is important that we also, it's in those turbulent times, right? If we know that there is something there's a good outcome at the end of it. At that point of time, we forget. We are so confused. We are so overwhelmed. And if just there was this voice telling us that it's going to be all right, where we knew what the outcome is going to be.
Listen to your gut feeling.
Yeah, and that's why I think this gentle parenting thing which has come up now, it is very important because that's what it reinstates. It reinstates that whole, their inner voice should be so strong that whenever any problematic times come, you can push yourself through it with your own voice.
Have faith in the Almighty, like she said. That's one key to everything.
Shilpa, I would like to talk to your younger one.
All right. Thank you so much, Harshita, for passing on this to me. And if I see this, I see myself as more fearless and unfiltered today. And I would like to thank my younger self for all the experiences it has given me in past and what it has made me today. I have emerged beautifully and unapologetically, I would say, as a mother of two, and the way I've put my kids up.
So thank you for putting light on that point.
Yes, thank you so much. So I would like to hand it over to Samta.
Thank you, Shilpa. Thank you for showing the mirror to me. When I look in the mirror, I see I've come a long way. Long way from where I was. When I see my younger self, I see a very timid, shy, underconfident woman, girl, if I may put it that way, has a lot of potential, doesn't know what to do and how to do is the main thing, I think. And figuring out things. So I would like to tell her that you have potential, be fearless, hold on to your strength, understand what is good for you, and please do something good for yourself. We have been trying to do things for the other people around us, making their life comfortable, be our children, our husband, the household thing. We've been talking about that. So we've been doing that for other people. Now it's time for us to take the onus on us. So I would tell my younger self, please be fearless, identify your potential and work on it.
Very well said. It's so beautiful. We've come the whole circle.
Yes.
We are telling her.
Right, yes. So yeah, Vasundhara.
Thank you for handing over and showing me the mirror. So to share with my younger oneself, I'm Vasundhara. She was Shweta. So my name was changed at the time of my marriage. So I'm having a conversation with Shweta. We are sitting on a coffee table. She's having a glass full of cold coffee filled with ice cream. I'm here with my cup of green tea. This is something that I will share. And I would just like to tell her something that we made a commitment at the age of 21 that I will never give up. So you should be proud of me that I've taken your commitment forward and I haven't given up till date in my life. You should feel proud of me.
Lovely. That's amazing.
Thank you.
So thank you, Vasundhara, for sharing with us. And I hope it was a nice and emotional journey for you all in this last segment. It's such a happy place to be in that 15-year-old self. And I just want to hug my 15-year-old self. And that's it, just hug and live that moment. And I would also like our friends, our viewers who are watching us, that visit your 15-year-old self, ask her, speak to her, him, and be happy.